Hey there. You use this thing from the second you wake up until the moment your head hits the pillow, but I bet you don't even have a name for it. We're talking about ICT, and it's basically the invisible operating system that powers our entire modern world. And today, well, we're going to make it visible.
Just think about your morning for a second. What's that invisible thread that connects, say, the alarm on your phone, the map app that helps you dodge traffic, and that very first email you check? Well, the answer is this massive hidden network we all use all the time. And yep, you guessed it, that network is ICT.
All right, so let's dive right in. The full name, Information and Communication Technology. It sounds a bit formal, kind of stuffy, doesn't it? But honestly, when you break it down, it's super simple. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take it one letter at a time and see how it all just clicks.
Okay, first up is the I, and that stands for information. Now, this isn't just a jumble of random numbers or words. Think of it like this. A long list of phone numbers, that's just data. It's kind of useless on its own. But when you organize that data into a contact list, with names and maybe even photos, bam, that's information. It's data that's been given a job, a purpose. It's the what, the actual stuff we want to share. Next, we've got C for communication. This is the action part, right? It's the sharing. It's you hitting send on a text message. It's a satellite beaming a GPS signal down to your car. Communication is basically the bridge that gets that information from point A to point B. And finally, we have T for technology. This is the how. It's all the tools, the nuts and bolts that do the heavy lifting. We're talking about the physical stuff you can touch, like the smartphone in your hand or the massive servers in a data center, but also the digital stuff, the apps and the software that make everything work. Technology is what makes the sharing of information even possible.
Okay, so we've looked at the individual building blocks. Now let's put them all back together and see how they create this incredibly powerful system we call ICT. So, just to recap, we've got information, that's the what, we've got communication, that's the sharing, and we've got technology, that's the how. And when you put those three things together, well, that's when you really start to see the big picture.
And boom, there you have it, information and communication technology. It's the entire ecosystem. We're talking the under-the-sea cables, the satellites way up in orbit, the phone in your pocket, the software running on it. It's the whole shebang. All of it working together so we can create, manage, and share information. It's not just one piece. It's the entire, massive, interconnected system.
Any ICT system, whether it's huge or tiny, really boils down to four key parts. You've got your hardware, your software, and your data. But check out that last one, people. That is absolutely the most crucial part. Seriously, this technology is just a pile of plastic and code without us. We're the ones who give it purpose, who create the information, and who use it all to connect with each other.
So I'm sure you've heard the term IT, right? Information technology. A lot of people wonder, what's the difference? And it's actually pretty simple. Think of IT as focusing on the technology itself, managing the computers, the software, the data systems. ICT is a much bigger umbrella. It includes all of IT, but it puts a huge emphasis on that C, the communication. ICT is all about how we send that information out and connect with one another.
All right, so we've defined the term, but definitions can be a little, abstract. Let's bring this down to earth and look at the massive, real-world impact that ICT has on every single one of us, every single day.
I mean, just think about it for a second. How has ICT changed our world? Education, totally transformed by online learning. Business, it runs on e-commerce and remote work now. Healthcare, you can literally see a doctor through your phone. And entertainment, streaming movies, gaming with people across the globe, even how you interact with the government is all digital now. It's all powered by ICT. It is quite literally everywhere.
And what's really wild is just how fast all of this has happened. I mean, look at the gaps here. It took 70 years to get from the telephone to the first computer, then another 40 years until the internet was born. But then, just 25 years to take all of that power and shrink it down to fit in our pockets. The pace isn't just fast, it's accelerating like crazy.
And the result of all that acceleration? Well, it's this number, 5.35 billion people. That's how many of us are actively using the internet right now. We're talking more than half of the entire human race, all plugged into this one global system, sharing information in an instant. The scale, it's just staggering. It's almost impossible to really wrap your head around.
That brings us to what I think is the perfect metaphor for all this. ICT has basically become the nervous system of our modern society. It's what carries all the essential signals, all that information, that allows our global society to function, to learn, and to connect, just like the nerves in our own bodies. It's what allows those 5 billion people to act almost as a single connected organism.
So there you have it. We've kind of pulled back the curtain and made this invisible network visible. We now know what ICT is, how it's put together, and how it shapes almost every part of our lives. But all of this leads to one final and I think really important question.
Look, we've built this absolutely incredible global nervous system that connects billions of us. But at the end of the day, the technology is just a tool. So the real question isn't a technical one at all. It's a human one. Now that we are all this connected, what should we do with that connection?